What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Legitical Response, and I cover political news. That is right, but we've got some goodness coming in today. Okay, so we all saw the 60 Minutes interview, which Kamala Harris absolutely bombed. She just can't answer questions. She was called out on her garbage. She was called out on pretty much everything, and she gave us no answers. She gave us circuitous talking points. That's all that was. And now CBS was called out for manipulating that interview. And Donald Trump comes out and says, hey, that should be illegal. And guess what? Now their talking points is, oh, but Donald Trump is calling for the arrest of people he doesn't agree with. That's how far they have to manipulate the facts. Donald Trump is calling for the arrest of people that disagree with him. That's what they took from that. Like, oh my goodness, these people are great, y'all. But if y'all could do me a big, huge, giant, large, extremely big favor. I know, I'm throwing as many adjectives on that as I can. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe to this channel if you've not already subscribed, because YouTube likes to keep me in a box. I've become an outcast, I guess you could say, and there's only one way for you guys. I need your help. Seriously, I need your help to get out of that box, if you will. Smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, share this video with anybody and everybody you can. Leave a comment down below, engage with the video, let me know, hey, if I just look stupid today. If you just disagree with me, let me know down in the comment section. If there's any way I can improve my channel to better suit you guys, let me know what that is. But enough of all that, right? Let's get into the news. Check this out. CBS hit with formal FCC complaint over Kamala Harris interview. You gotta love this. Yet you can't manipulate people, and now this is going all the way to the top, to the FCC, and I really can't wait to see the result of this. One member of the Federal Communications Commission believes that the FCC should take a close look at a complaint that CBS crossed regulatory lines in its handling of a 60 Minutes interview with Vice President Kamala Harris. As noted by the Washington Examiner in the final interview, Harris answered a question about American-Israeli relations by saying, "We are not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end." Why did she use so many words on saying, yeah, the war needs to come to an end, and that's where we're sitting? Like, just her circuitous garbage really, really gets to me, y'all. It really, really does. A clip that aired prior to the full interview showed her answering the question this way. Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by, or a result of, many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region. Now, let me ask you guys to let me know what you think. What does that say? What did she say with that? I'll repeat it in case you didn't get it. Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in the region by Israel that were very much prompted by, or a result of, many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region. Now, what is your advocacy for what needs to happen in the region? These people, like, this is why she's tanking in the polls, folks. This is why black men don't want to support Kamala Harris. I can assure you. Like they keep saying, constantly saying, oh, well, it's misogyny. They're trying to shame you into voting for Kamala Harris. You know what? That's not going to work. By calling everybody misogynists, you're going to make them vote for Donald Trump. You're going to force them to vote for Donald Trump by doing that. That's not going to work. Barack Obama, it's not going to work, y'all. It's just not going to work trying to shame people into oblivion, trying to force them in. No, they're going to rebel. They're going to come back and say, no, screw you. You can go somewhere else with that garbage. I'm voting for Trump. I am voting for Trump. The Center for American Rights filed a formal complaint with the FCC alleging that the edits from CBS amount to deliberate news distortion, a violation of FCC rules governing broadcasters' public interest obligations, according to Fox News. Now, that's just funny that there's not a lot more complaints filed with the FCC about news manipulation that we know for a fact. They take speeches, like they do this with Donald Trump a lot. They'll take something he says, yank it out of context, and put it with different context. That is the same thing that's what's going on here. And they do this constantly. But that's what I am here for, folks, is to point garbage like this out. But why is there not any more complaints with the FCC about the corporate press and the mainstream news lying to everybody? I don't know. Maybe freedom of speech? Sure. This is about the public's trust in the media on critical issues of national security and international relations during one of the most consequential elections of our time, CAR President Daniel Sir said in a statement. When broadcasters manipulate interviews and distort reality, it undermines democracy itself. The FCC must act swiftly to restore public confidence in our news media, he said. Yeah, good luck with that. The need for the Commission's action is strengthened by CBS's refusal thus far to release the transcript, which it has done in similar interviews in the past, the complaint said. FCC Commissioner Nathan Symington said the FCC might review the complaint. Yes, that they need to. Most certainly. This complaint might come before the Commission for Abdication, Symington said, according to Fox News. I don't think it would be wrong at all for the Commission to reach the conclusion that this matter is something that we should look into further, Symington said. The Commission acts on complaints about distortion, not complaints about editorial positions. And so, what this claim is alleging is that an act of distortion took place, he said. That is exactly what it appears like to me. When you take something that somebody says and look, that you air that. Right? If they wouldn't have aired that clip, we would have never known about it. But you air that clip, and then in the original interview, you told her, hey, answer this differently. How about let's give a more clear answer? And then she does that, yet now you're manipulating the interview to try to make her look better. CBS did that on purpose. That's not just an opinion. That's what they did. That is distorting how Kamala Harris is viewed by you and I, by the American citizens, by the world, for crying out loud. They're trying to make her look better, which they're supposed to be trying to make you see her for who she is. They're trying to make you see her for, hey, could you do this a little bit better? That's what they're trying to do. They're manipulating you, folks. They do this constantly under the guise of the First Amendment. Which, hey, you know, I'm a First Amendment guy, so they have every right to do so. But I shouldn't be shadow banned and put into a box for calling this garbage out, for saying, hey, they're manipulating you, they're twisting the facts, they're leaving out very pertinent context to what was said. Symington noted that the Commission has certainly contemplated the possibility of distortionary reporting taking place via splicing. Yes, they do that constantly. That's one reason I don't think that this complaint is facially ridiculous, and it would not be inappropriate for the Commission to take it up, he said. The reason that we care about news distortion at all at the FCC, and the reason that we are willing to explore this possibility, even conceptually, given the strong First Amendment protections for broadcasters' speech, is precisely because of this concern that we don't want the public to be misled, said Symington, who was appointed by former President Donald Trump in 2020. What was the point of saying that? Right? Like, I can't stand, this is something the corporate press does constantly. Like, anytime a judge or anytime an appointee was appointed by Donald Trump, they make sure and ram that point down your throat. Why? Who cares? Right? The president appoints a lot of people. Who cares if he was appointed by Trump? Does it matter? Let me know down in the comments, because maybe I'm losing perspective on this. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whatsoever. I think everyone agrees that deliberately misleading the public is a bad idea. And if there's some possibility that that's what took place here, then obviously we should all be upset, because people go to the news in order to learn about things they would never be able to learn about themselves, Symington said. In other words, going to the news is an act of extending trust. Now, the thing about trust is that once it's lost, it's very difficult to regain, he said. Yes, and I totally agree with that. And public trust in our corporate press or corporate news, the mainstream narrative machine, has been shattered, folks, ever since 2016. Right? It was already waning before that because of lies and manipulations. But since 2016, especially with the ubiquity of the internet coming to fruition, and the ubiquity of social media, and now we can post the truth. We can post the clip of Donald Trump saying they're poisoning the blood of the country, and post the context that the mainstream news took out, put it with different context. We can take it back from that context, put it with the original context, and see that he was talking about the auto industry. He wasn't talking about political violence. So when Joe Biden gets out there and starts touting, well, Donald Trump said there's going to be a bloodbath, the idea that he would advocate for political violence is just crazy. But we know for a fact that's not what Donald Trump was doing. Right? So now that we have the internet and social media and all this, and we can prove these things, and they are still running with the same old playbook, it blows my mind, folks. It really does, because they are called out on just about a daily basis. As a matter of fact, on a daily basis on my channel right here. This is all I do, is call out the manipulations of the corporate press, except for Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so I lied. Well, no, I take that back. I didn't lie. As a matter of fact, because I make 2 videos a day, and just because Saturday and Sunday, I make 1 video on Saturday and 1 video on Sunday covering debates, I still make news videos for those days. So I still point out. So yeah, 7 days a week, 25 hours a day, 843 days a year, I am constantly pointing out the lies and the manipulations of the corporate press, and sometimes my numbers can be a little bit wrong, but that doesn't matter. Does it really matter, y'all? Yes, it does. It does. Okay, so I may have fudged the numbers in a year. Okay, so who cares? Who cares? We all know that there's 847 days in a year. Everybody knows that, right? Yes, 873 days in a year. Who cares? But considering the fact that there's 952 days in a year, we all know that every year, 989 days in that year, somebody manipulates the corporate press talking points, and then somebody else does something different, because people do things. And when you have people doing things, things that get done by those people are done by the people that do things. And that's the people that we need to look up to do the things that those people do to get done. Because, folks, people doing things means that there's things getting done by people that do things. Because doing things is what people do, for crying out loud. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message. Oh, man, but I think I'm done with this one, y'all. Enough of my rambling insanity, right? Do I sound like Donald Trump yet? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comment section. I'm obviously, clearly insane. So, y'all let me know exactly on a scale of 1 to 30, exactly how insane I am. And that's all I got for this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. That's all I got. I want to thank everybody for watching. Y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.